would be eliminated. Correct.
Okay.
Not the early release days for high school exams.
No.
Or conferences, just the K to,
12 professional.
the one that say professional
Yeah,
development.
there were
Right.
6 of them.
You'd also like to use some flexibility in negotiating, so.
I hate to reduce the calendar, but in light of the budget cuts, I think it's one of the obvious places we have to go. But that being said, if I vote to reduce the student school days to 180, it would be my intention to either reduce the teachers' days or reconfigure professional development. Okay. And I can support that motion.
And David, I just want to point out that on these calendars, for the traditional calendar, which Mr. Bowers made a motion on and Mr. Barton seconded, which is to start the Wednesday after Labor Day, if we had all 5 snow days, the last day of school would be the 28th with a 180-day schedule. That's very late. However, I'm confident, unless we have 3 blizzards of 78 next year, we won't have 5 snow days. And if we had no snow days, we'd get out on the 23rd. 1 snow day the 24th. Now with the non-traditional calendar, which starts the week before Labor Day, the Tuesday before Labor Day, we'd have a date of June 22nd, if last day of June 22nd, if we had those 5 snow days, and the last day of June 16th, I believe, June 15th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, June 15th, if we did not have any snow days, which is quite early.
Dealing in the traditional?
No, the non-traditional. If the last day was the 22nd with 5 snow days, if you take the 5 snow days off, 22nd, 21st, 18, 17, 60, you're looking at the 15th as the last school day. So without snow days, it's either the 15th or the 23rd that you're looking at for the, 15th or the 21st that you're looking at for the last day of school.
Yeah, another, again, it's a consideration dependent upon when Labor Day falls this year, and that is when you can schedule graduation. You cannot release seniors more than 12 days fewer than all of the other students. So for next year, in the traditional calendar, graduation would be on the 2nd Friday in June. In the traditional calendar, graduation would be on June 11th.
12 days back up from the 28th?
No, the 12 days from at the earliest, the 6th. The 22nd.
So we have a motion and a second to approve the traditional calendar. Do we have any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. So we will go with the traditional calendar next year with 180 days.
Can I just make a couple comments?
Yes.
I think there's some work that has to be done here around contract negotiations in consideration for the work year for teachers.
Right.
Well, it can be open-minded and cooperative, right?
Okay, next we have approval of the school committee annual report. David?
The committee has a copy.
Yeah, I had one more comment
Okay.
about that. Obviously, we may want to have some modifications about these early release days that are for the professional development. I think that is it implicit in this that those could be moved
Yes.
administratively?
Yeah, I think he has to bring it back for approval if there's any adjustments.
guess the one other thing I want to mention on the calendar is, you know, I may be open in the future to changing, and Dr. Troughton did bring this up to us about a month ago, but I really think it's something you have to plan out a little bit more in advance and give the community a little bit more time to think about it. And I'm not saying I would ever favor before Labor Day, but I do think it's something we probably will look at again next year and maybe have a little more discussion.
Well, I made the motion 2 weeks ago to never bring this up again in our lifetime. And he did it anyway, so I was going to amend Mr. Bowers' motion, but I'm going to let it go the way it is.
I'd like to add that I think this is something that we ought to be doing in December. Because what happens at this time of year is that if a child is not old enough, they have to find some other school to go to. And that means that they make deposits. And if then the calendar changes, then they lose those deposits. And this is something we probably could do in December next year.
Well, on that
Is
theme,
that floating for sale?
I'll tell you, I'd like to have the policy subcommittee and the entire committee
Bring it up again.
reconsider that.
I voted against
We've been in this mode of first day of school, which is now defined as the Wednesday after Labor Day, is the day in which a child must be five by that day to enter into the kindergarten. So this year, under the calendar that has just been approved, a child must be 5 by September 9 in order to get into kindergarten, and must be 6 by September 9 to enter into first grade. And that is a moving target, which has caused great consternation and anxiety among parents, asking for why my child, how do you explain that from one year to the next, that you're not old enough just because of the first day of school. I would strongly recommend that the policy subcommittee re-examine that policy and perhaps revise it.
As the only member of the policy committee that's here right now, we can put that on.
I will.
With the intention of having the change enacted before the next school year?
Well,
Make a motion right now.
we're in the middle, we're going to be doing kindergarten registration very soon.
Right.
We have orientation sessions coming up this week, I think, for kindergarten.
It is kind of
Kid, they
late.
can go in September 7th, September 1st.
I think we should bring it back up then, now that we've had time to put it in action and it's not much.
Dave, the annual report, it's just something we have to approve as a formality.
Motion approved.
And this goes into the town report,
That's
correct?
correct.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Venezia to approve the school committee annual report, and a second by Mrs. Blatt. Any discussion?
Can you just make sure it's accurate, particularly on the last,
I read it.
on the last page, last 2 pages, the back assignments and.
They all look great to me.
Yeah, they kind
My
of like
name spelled right.
regurgitated points, you know, like it says it here and then it says it down here.
Right. It looks good to me.
I just
I don't have a first name.
What?
I said, I don't even use my full first name, and Maureen
On the
uses my middle
bachelor
name.
school checks received on the bachelor school,
Yep,
7 million.
7 million, right, 2 checks, right, is that what we've got? 5
Yes.
and 2, right,
Right.
right. Okay.
Okay?
If we have a motion and a second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, unanimous. Bills and
Good job.
payrolls, we don't have, do we have any? We don't.
So we're gonna hit phone call.
There is an error.
Uh-oh.
There is an error.
We have no minutes?
There's an error.
And then a budget update.
Mr. Davis, secretary.
Oh, it says Mr. Davis?
No, that's Mr. Bowers.
Uh-oh. Flip caught a mistake. I thought,
You are the second. I'm the second.
all right, so we'll have to approve that as amended then. I thought Nicole was secretary.
No, I don't think so.
Cliff is, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jerry's a legislative rep.
Right. Okay, budget update. I think, David, you've already discussed the potential impact on the budget, right, with the local aid cuts. Staffing, nothing to report.
Right.
Bids and donations, nothing to report. I don't believe there are any subcommittee updates. Strategic planning updates, no. Administrative reports. David, there is something you
I
have.
just want to alert the committee, and it was mentioned by Chrissy Smith, our student representative. We have a group of students at the high school. This is a student-led group that, for all intents and purposes, is a prayer group. The title of the group is On a Journey. It is a group that is allowed to meet at the high school, and it does not have a paid advisor, although it must have someone from the staff who basically chaperones the group. And students who are interested in this group can meet during non-instructional time. And again, I bring it to the committee's attention because there will be announcements about it, but it is not a school-sponsored group.
So when do they, you say non-instruction time, will they meet after school or before
Correct.
school? Okay.
But it's not school-sponsored, there's no school funding for the advisor or anything?
No.
So they're just using school space?
Yeah.
Yes.
They have to pay for the
Yeah,
space?
totally legally, sometimes.
Question?
Do we need to make a motion on this, or just?
No.
Okay.
It's information.
Okay. Correspondence, we have the winter athletic schedule, nothing to point out there, David?
No.
All right. Our next meeting is January 26th, back at the middle school, and then February 9th and February 23rd, all at the middle school, all at 7 o'clock. Do we have a need for an executive session tonight? Okay.
This,
Mr. Bowers?
I'd like to bring up on future business. We had the Washington trip,
Yes.
that was conditionally approved.
Yes.
That's moving along solidly right now.
It is.
And I think we need to see whether the conditions have been.
Ms. Bowles, I know that there was a session for parents last week, because my son is an eighth grader, and Mr. Fauché did say that they are working on putting together that alternative proposal for the students who stay behind. And he also emphasized that in an email that he sent home a day or two later. So you're right, though, we should hear from him in the next few weeks for an update on that. All right, this time, we have a need for an executive session for the purposes of collective bargaining and litigation, and we will then return to open session for the purpose of adjournment. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Baca, seconded by Mr. Bowers. Mr. Bowers?
Yes.
Mr. Venezia? Aye. Mrs. Baca?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Thank you.